What's up, team, and welcome to Mobility for Better Sex. I am so excited about this routine. The goal of this routine is really just to focus on opening up our hips. It's also to take a moment to get connected with yourself. So while we go through these moves, really try to think about how things are feeling. Don't just focus on what I'm saying I want you to do, but focus on playing around with the movements and just checking in and seeing what feels best to you in your body. So we're going to start in a child's pose position. From here, it's going to be a pretty narrow child's pose just to slowly start to warm up our hips. So walk your arms forward, place that forehead on the mat, and just relax for a second. Let's take a nice big inhale here. And exhale. Beautiful, team. One more time, nice big inhale. And now as we exhale, we're gonna round our back, coming forward, dropping our hips and opening our chest. Beautiful. Then tuck that chin, round the back, and push back into that child's pose. Okay, team, 2 more here. We're gonna round and come forward, slowly waking up our body, and then tuck the chin and press back. Beautiful. 1 more here. Good, team. In this position, you can look up towards the ceiling, getting a nice big stretch in that spine. Beautiful. And then tuck the chin, making your way back. Good. So now we're gonna stay in this child's pose position, but we're gonna slightly scoot our hips down towards the mat and let those knees go wider. So in this position, I'm finding a little movement within movement. My knees are slightly wider. Good. I'm feeling more of a stretch inside those hips. Good. Then when you're ready, we're gonna come on to our forearms here. So in this position, it's really just what feels most comfortable here. Throughout this class today, we're gonna get more mobility in our hips, so don't force anything here. In this position, you can also think about being a little bit more upright, and then we're gonna do circles with our pelvis. So it doesn't matter which direction because we're gonna end up going both directions here. You can start off with those circles being nice and small. Beautiful, team. Good. And then as you get comfortable here, maybe we're making those circles bigger. Good. Few more in this direction. Beautiful, team. Waking up those hips. Good. And then switch directions. Excellent here. Knees are wide. Hips are going in that circle. Good work, team. Make sure we are breathing. Good. And relax. All right, we're going to come up into a tabletop position. From here, we're going to round our back. Good. And then coming back down, let that belly drop towards the mat. Good. Arch and come up. Add your exhale here. Good, team. Inhale. Belly drops to the mat. 2 more. Exhale and come up. Inhale and drop that belly. Last one. Exhale. Inhale. Beautiful. Okay, meet me in neutral. We are still in all fours. We're gonna add those hip circles here. So thinking about making a circle as big as we possibly can with our hips. Good. Really thinking about tucking the tailbone and then arching the back. Good, team. Slow. This does not need to be a fast movement here. Taking this opportunity to connect with your body. How does this feel? How does it feel on your back? How does it feel on your hips? Beautiful. And switching directions. Good, team. Waking everything up. Good. Loosening everything up. Getting connected with our body. Few more big circles here. Make sure we're breathing. And relax. All right, team, we're heading back into our wide child's pose. So in this position here, if you need padding underneath your knees, you can grab towels, blankets, pillows, whatever you need here. we're going to slowly work on allowing our knees to slide open here. So again, paying attention to what feels okay within your body. It's definitely working on some hip mobility, but no pain here. So from this position, knees are a little wider than last time. And now we are on our hands. So we're a little bit more upright here. In this position, we are slowly going to tilt our hips side to side. So as I'm doing this, I'm just paying attention to how this feels. As I rock side to side, I'm thinking about dipping a hip down. Good. Moving around here, waking up those hips. And then as I do this, making sure that I'm breathing and working on relaxing my body. We can hold a lot of tension in our hips. So just letting everything go. And as I do that, you might notice that my knees are getting a little wider here. Good, team. Rocking side to side. Beautiful. Are you breathing? Good. That's it, team. Few more here, waking up those hips. Good. Slowly walk those hips back to center, and we're in our all fours position. So from here, we're going to get a little glute stretch. So we're going to take our right knee. We're going to hurdle it open. So you're just thinking about drawing a big circle with that right knee, and then bringing the leg behind you off to the left side, sinking down into that glute stretch. So in this position, I'm slowly walking my arms forward, finding a nice big stretch in my left glute. If I want to make it a little bit more intense, I can walk my hands over towards that left side. Beautiful. Breathing here. Excellent, team. Walk the hands back to center. We're going to think about coming forward. Big circle with that right knee. And then you're going to place that right foot by your right hand. Rock yourself forward. Good. Take your right hand, place it on the right knee. And then we're going to work on slowly pushing that right knee out. Keep that right foot planted, pressing the right knee out. You can even rotate around if that feels good. Excellent, team. Huge stretch in that right glute. Beautiful. Hands back down, and then bringing that right knee back to our all fours position, off to the left side. So we're going to hurdle open. Left leg goes on the outside of the right, coming down into that glute stretch, slowly walking the hands forward and then off to the right side. Nice big stretch in that right glute, outside of that hip. Good. Breathing here. Hands come back to center. And then we're going to hurdle that left knee. Good. Left foot ends up at the left hand. From this position, pressing that left knee out, making sure to keep that left foot planted. We can rotate around. Excellent, team. And back to center and back to all fours. We're going to move a little quicker here. So hurdling open. Huge stretch on that left glute. Walk the hands to the left side to make it even more intense. Breathing here. Excellent, team. Hands back to center. Hurdling. Right foot to the right hand. And press that right knee open. Rotating around if it's comfortable. Waking up that spine. Hands back down and to all fours. Switching, left knee opens up. Excellent, team. Into that stretch, walking the hands forward and then off to the right side. Make sure we're breathing here. Good, team. Hands back to center. Hurdling open. Left foot to the left hand, pressing on that left knee and rotating around. Excellent, team. Hands back down. We're in our all fours position, and then press your way back into child's pose. So just breathing here for a second, checking in. How does our body feel? How do our hips feel? We're going to make our way slowly again into our wide child's pose. So hands can come up, planted on the ground, arms are pretty straight here. We're going to widen our knees. Now in this position, we're going to go as deep as it feels comfortable. You might notice that you can get a bit deeper than when you started. And as I'm trying to find my position here, I'm just rocking side to side, finding a little movement. And then we're gonna head into our hip circles. So in this position, you can play around with where your feet are. I like to keep them tucked in. If it's more comfortable for them to be open, find your position here. Remember, you can put pads underneath those knees. And then we're gonna go into our hip circles. So this is really, really small circles to start, team. You're thinking about tucking your tailbone under and then arching your back. Good. And just remember, we're gonna go both directions. So it doesn't matter which way you start going. Small little circles here. Using our hands to support us. Waking up those hips. Good, team. And then if you feel more comfortable, we can make those circles just a little bit bigger. Really thinking about tucking the tailbone under and then arching as you come around. Good. A few more here. We're going to relax before we switch sides because I know this is intense on the hips. In 2, 1, and relax. Coming forward into your forearms. And you can wiggle those knees in for a second. Walk the arms out. And just hang out in your child's pose. Finding a little movement within movement. Good, team. Breathing here. Excellent. All right, one more time. We're going to come up, straighten out those arms. Knees are wide. And then we are switching directions. So we're going to go the opposite way. Good. And when we're doing these movements with the hips, you might notice a little snap, crackle, pop. It's normal. Don't let that noise scare you. Just don't push through pain. So movements are small here, waking up those hips, really thinking about breathing and relaxing into these positions. Good. Excellent, team. Big circles. A few more here. And relax. All right. Walking those arms forward again. We're going to close our hips. Good. We're going to go into one last move. We're going to go into pigeon just to stretch out those glutes one more time. So meet me in all fours, tuck your toes under, and then head back into your down dog. From here, we're gonna come forward, bring our left knee to our left hand. You're gonna scoot your right toes back so you can sink into your hips here, and then walk your arms forward onto your forearms. In this position, again, just rock, find a little movement within movement, opening up that left glute. Good, team. Breathing here, connecting to your hips. Good. Releasing any last bit of tension that we're holding. Beautiful, team. Coming back onto our hands here. We're going to tuck the right toes under, press up and back into our down dog. One more stretch here. We're going to come forward, right knee to your right hand, scoot those left toes back, and then slowly coming down onto the forearms. Nice big breaths here, trying to relax that body. Beautiful. Walking those hands back in, tuck the left toes under, coming back into your down dog. Good. Drop to your knees and meet me in a seated position. Team, thank you so much for joining me here today. Remember, there's no such thing as too much mobility. So if that felt good, come back to it as often as you feel. All right, team, thank you so much for joining me here today. I'll see you back on the mat very soon.